Hey guys, welcome back to Spectrobes Origins. Get ready for some post-game action. Sorry for being away for a while, but we're here back for you today. J-Ron's World. I am J-Ron. I have my partner here for Spectrobes.
Overman76.
And we're gonna go right into this, episode 35, guys. Technically, we've already finished the real series.
As you can tell, you can tell when you've beaten the game when you get a little star.
They're just like, here, good job, get a sticker. Anyways,
gold star for effort.
Yeah, so like we started the first time, we began our first screen on the load screen, just like we did the first time. We were like, hey, let's do it like this. Also, we started it here so we could show you that we got the silver-colored Komai Inu, and it's pretty cool, but unfortunately, he doesn't keep the color if he evolves. If he evolves, he loses it and becomes normal Komai Inu, which, as we all know, I'm not a fan of. So it kind of sucks. I mean, if they had a silver Komai Inu, I would probably evolve him all the way and use him. I've heard he's a pretty good fighter. I just never really got into him. Oh well. In fact,
speaking of silver Komai Inu, since he's one of my search team guys, let's just pull him out.
Pull him out?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull him out.
Alright, switch him with the regular Komai Inu. So yeah, what we're gonna be doing is, as you can see, we're on the ship just like we were right before going to the Krawlosphere. And so the difference is, as soon as we walk to the front, we are not gonna be prompted to go to the Krawlosphere like we originally did, but instead we will receive a new mission, which is kind of strange. It's like, guys, stop what you're doing! Wait, but we're about to say, no, shh. We got bigger issues. Wait, what are you talking about? We have to go kill the Krawlosphere before it kills all of us. But no. Anyways.
We got an alarm. Something's wrong. Yeah, the
computer detected extremely powerful crawl. You kidding me? Yeah, it's called the Krawlosphere. Oh, at least Roland pulls it up. At least he even talks about it.
It's like, are you sure he's not confused? You're just confusing it with the Krawlosphere. No, Roland, my technology is perfect. Are you sure? It's perfect! Don't question me! Okay.
I'm a woman, I didn't do anything! Anyways, as you can see, we're already on Wyterra. The only difference... Yeah, so this is where you have to be, so...
Good boy.
I'm not sure... Is this where we were right before we went to the Krawlosphere?
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Well, it's either that this is where we were before we got on the Krawlosphere, or this is just where they start you off.
Yeah, this is where they decide, like, let's make
which kind of makes sense because that you go to the Krawlosphere. Generally, you go to the Krawlosphere from Wyterra,
which would make sense unless you're a total turd like I am usually. But anyways, I would rather go to the Krawlosphere from a volcano, i.e., being Bahamut. Also, because Bahamut rhymes with Bahamut, and enough said.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but
well, we talked about it before. You know, I was saying if you ever want to remember how to say or what Bahamut's name is.
No,
it's Bahamut, just like Bahamut.
I have no idea what you were talking about in terms of that's where you want to start.
Well, because it's a volcano. Why else would I need a reason? Speaking of volcano, they never really described how the other two got out of the volcano after they supposedly died and fell to their deaths.
They just more or less went, "Come on, we're us."
Yeah, we're old dudes. We don't need reasons around here. Anyways,
told you we were gonna be fine. You just gotta have more faith in us.
Okay, so here's the truth, guys. We actually haven't fully completed the post-game yet. The thing is, we could have done it, because if you saw the top screen file...
Victor Masters, please help. Huge crawler on the rampage.
You mean
Chief Radiz is in their city right now, so Kotetsu is running the show.
Kotetsu? We're all gonna... Okay, never mind. They're all
fill
dudes.
You in on the details. Kotetsu is our...
he's the armor guy, I know. Anyways, like I was saying...
what do they mean by city?
This is technically a city. I mean, it's just like Pokemon. Cities are huge in the anime, and then you get to the Pokemon game, and there's like 4 buildings, and you're like,
well, no. See, because the idea is that that Radice is not here. He's with the elders, and they're talking about the city. But like, well, where is the city located?
Well, that would be nice to know, considering. I mean. What I find odd is that we visit each planet, which is fine, that's great, but why on each planet is there only crawl in one area every single time? That's all we ever do. Although technically we were trying to collect the beast shards.
Kotetsu, what in the world is going on here? Tongues and tadpoles.
No, don't start reading now. We've come too far. We've come too far in this game to start reading all the text now. That is a no-no.
I just felt like reading the text this episode.
I know. But, you know, no. Anyways, I'm gonna...
Fine, I got to at least read that one guy and make him sound like a derp.
So yeah, Kotetsu is running the show. Interesting enough, even though we never really used him last game. You can get some good, decent weapons from him. No! Shut up! Punching you now.
Of course, I'll open the gate. Why did you close the gate?
Brawl. You lose. You suck. You're stupid.
No, because that we had perfectly fine time going between in and out, and then suddenly they closed the gate just for who knows what reason.
Krawlosphere?
Like, well,
I don't know. Stuff's going down, man.
The Krawlosphere lands on the planet,
going
and
down.
Closing the gates is gonna do no good.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways,
Pegasus!
Pegatinum, and I like to still call it the unicorn because it's clearly
it's not a unicorn.
It's a unicorn.
It's not a unicorn.
I mean, honestly, it is a Pegasus, but who cares? I can use my imagination if I want, just as much as...
Well, your imagination sucks.
Yeah, well, you suck. Anyway, I can use my imagination as much as my Leviathan can kick the crud out of every single living thing. I mean, you're doing like 40, 50 damage. My Leviathan is just like doing 800. I mean, that's crazy. And these guys are supposed to be leveled up higher. I mean, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that, guys. After you beat the game and you're in the post-game, all the crawl are a higher level for obvious reasons. In fact, the post-game plot is we will be facing a lot of the mini-bosses all over again.
And bosses.
But souped up. And I'm talking souped up hardcore. I mean, just from what we've experienced so far, they're pretty serious business. In fact, my least favorite boss, one of them, is the very first boss, and unfortunately now he's even harder. So let's see how it goes.
I like faced him with the broken nunchuck. He wasn't that bad.
Oh, he wasn't?
Nah.
Oh, okay. I guess I was remembering different things than... Okay.
No, what you're thinking about is our least favorite mini-boss, the one from the Krawlosphere. That guy's gonna show up.
Okay, yeah, he shows up too. A lot of them do. Not every single one of them, because that would be doing the game over again. Which, you know, usually companies can't get away with. Unless you're Dark Souls. Dark Souls, you're just fine. In fact, I'm in New Game +3 in Dark Souls, and I still haven't lost interest.
Anyways, what actually happens is, what's going to be going down is that we're going to be facing some of the mini-bosses over again on the first 3 planets, I believe, if I remember
Yeah, we will be going through the first 3.
And then, what does,
say your words.
Yeah, sorry.
Use English.
Basically, what happens is, as you can see, we go through the same thing that we're going through right now. We face a giant horde of crawl that gets harder and harder as we progress. Eventually, we fight the some mini bosses, and then after we're done fighting,
holy cow, this is a lot of poop heads.
After we're done fighting the mini bosses on all 3 worlds, we get to fight all the bosses, all the bosses that we fought on all the planets again.
Like, all at once?
Something like that.
Ah, okay.
I'm getting a phone call.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, so I'm gonna finish my thought like I was saying earlier. So, like I was saying, we actually haven't finished the post game yet. But as you can see in our first file, we had beat it and it had a star just like the one we had at our file had. So we did part of it, but oh, by the way, here's some of the bosses. Unfortunately for them, I'm gonna kick their tails in very quickly because they're fire or rock, I think both.
Something like that.
Yeah, one for
I think
each.
It's,
no, anyways, so they're gonna die pretty quickly, especially if I do this. Hold it when I say so. Hold it, shove it! Shove! And that one's down. Oh wait, it should be down at least. Oh wait, no, there it is. And the other one is a fire one as well, so he's gonna die pretty fast. Okay, so I was right. There's fire and rock. Yeah. No, it's not grass. Or is it? No, I'm pretty sure that's rock. Eh, whatever. Anyways, so I'll try to finish my thought again. We did start it, the post game in our original file, However, we did not finish for sake of leaving some of it as surprise for you guys here. Not because we didn't want to be prepared or anything, but we got our stuff down pat.
By the way, he more or less watched while I got to do it on. I'm like, I want to do this on my own.
I'm like, okay, go ahead. And then I'm like, yeah, we should save a little bit. Just, you know, just cause.
Actually, I think it was getting late and I didn't bother to go back afterwards.
Something like that.
Whatever happened.
Anyway, yeah. So from the beginning, when we started. Pegasus! Oh look, now I'm getting a phone call. Hang on a sec. Okay, sorry about that, guys. We just didn't want you to have to suffer through a third phone call announcement. It's just kind of awkward. Normally, I would just ignore it, but my phone is like, yeah, and it just starts making a huge old ringtone. In fact, I even kind of use a techno ringtone. Yeah, no, they don't need to hear it. Anyways, I was actually going to tell you guys right before that in the beginning we got the silver Komai Inu, which we ended up switching out, didn't we? For the regular Komai Inu. And so the reason the reason we didn't get the gold Komai Inu is because we did finish the Spectrobe database like we had thought. The only thing is that there's more to the database than just the Spectrobes themselves.
There's all the weapons and items and blah,
yeah,
blah, blah.
And it's kind of a turd because, I mean, is it really worth a gold Komai Inu to do all this stuff? In fact, we don't even know what counts as all the database. In fact, it could be all the items and not all the weapons. Nobody really knows for a fact. In fact,
but we're gonna have to get all that stuff anyways, so it's
well,
not like
we should already.
No problem for us. So really, I'm just gonna have to do with all the card input stuff, and I think wasn't there like 1 or 2 weapons that we weren't able to get to before the end of the game, or did we do all of those?
I don't think we did all of them with Kotetsu. I never really liked his weapons all that much. The shield was alright.
Speaking of Kotetsu, we have to, we still never actually got the original shield from him.
That's the only shield we used in the first time playing through. We didn't know there was 2 other shields in the game, which would have been useful because they're quite good. In fact, I love the Sabo shield because, you know, attack. Always nice, especially for having a shield, kind of odd. Anyways, so I did look up online a lot, and there's different opinions on how to get the gold Komai Inu. And it's kind of odd because nobody is in agreement, and so there's no certain fact, and I don't know. So basically, find it out. So
basically, just complete the database 100%. I think you have to beat the game again or something like that, and there you go.
No, I don't think you have to beat the game again. I think the requirements are the database, however much it is, plus you have to beat the final boss at least the first time.
Oh wait, I forgot. We have to talk to Kotetsu.
Woo! Jeez,
yes,
stupid. Okay, so Homer Man apologizes, but you have to go talk to Kotetsu. He just accidentally blanked on it for a second. He'll tell you that Dodongo actually sent out a distress signal, and so Greta gets to talk to Greta.
And,
What, you gonna say anything?
No, but yeah,
it's just like you like hyped up like you're gonna say something. I'm like waiting for it. I'm like, what? You can
I don't know. Something, bro, like that is something, and then the next thing I know, like everything drained.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyways, but as J-Ron said, I do apologize for that.
It's not a big deal. We just cut back in. Just go talk to Kotetsu. You'll be fine. So
I've played quite a few games where you can just kind of skip the talking to people and just like skip portions of it and just go from there to there to there.
Well, that would be nice, but unfortunately, that's not what we get to do with this game. This
game is kind of like Digimon World 3. There is no skipping things.
So actually, we're gonna stop right here because we're gonna leave Dodongo for the next time. Greta's gonna have to wait for us. Good episode length to stop at. So, been J-Ron, guys.
Been Homerman 76.
And we'll see you for a post-game episode number 2.